Hi everybody, welcome back to the Capers. Charging mobile devices, laptops, etc. hasn't ever really been a problem for us in the van, but it's starting to become a bit of an issue. Generally all we've done is plugged in the old adapter and then slot it back into your phone, but then of course that ties up the main socket. And because the van is a 2009, we never had USBs fitted. We've got the old cigarette style lighter plug type thingy there. The lights, which are these dudes, adjust a light, and whilst I've seen many people change the lights over to a one with a USB port on the side, I quite like these, so I decided I'd have to find a different way. My first idea was to utilize this dude. Now, caravan manufacturers, car manufacturers like to standardize things as much as they possibly can, and this is a loom that's obviously fitted to a higher spec van than ours. So this feed, which is a 12 volt feed, it's live when the 12 volt supply is switched on, is obviously for an alarm or something, some other thing. And there's another one further down, hiding under the depths of there. So my idea was to use that feed and then fit a USB port into this fascia panel. I sourced a USB plug from 12 Volt Planet. You can see there, panel mounted socket. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't all that expensive, to be honest. This is the dude out of the box. It's all marked up there. I don't know if you can see. Obviously polarity is very important. There's the positive terminal, negative terminal. It has a cover and a blue neon light to show it's on. Now I went for one with the cover because it was going to be mounted low down in the van, so when it's not in use we can close that over and it'll keep any dust out of it. I apologise if the rain is spoiling the audio quality on the video, but we all like the rain on the caravan roof anyway, don't we? Anyway, I didn't really want to drill this panel. So I thought, I wonder if I can utilise this fitting over here, which is the original equipment. Obviously you've got your mains, your coax for your TV, and we always use the one on the other side of the van anyway. The TV is never at the front. And I wondered if I could take this cigarette light socket out and fit the USB in its place. So that's what we're going to have to do. So first off, we need to remove the fascia. Now, you just give it a little tug. Off it comes. Pull on the long side first, and then we've got a fascia plate, which is this piece on the outside. A screw there, and a screw here. So I'll just undo that now, and then we'll show you what the next bit is. There we go, that's the fascia plate undone, and then it's just a simple matter of pulling it off from the sockets. There we go. Now we've got our 12 volt supply, the coax in the top one, and the main socket at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is pull this away, just on the wiring, if we can get it out. Seems quite stiff. There we go, that's a better view. We've got the two feeds. I've photographed this previously so I know which is the positive wire, and the coax there. So we'll just take off this coax and the two connections, and then we'll have a look at whether we can take out the socket itself. There we go. That's the see if we can get in the light a bit more. It's a bit dark here, isn't it? Let's move back and get the benefit of that. There we are. That's much better. See, we can see that the plus and minus terminals are marked up, and we've got these two screws here. So I'm hoping we take these screws out, we'll be able to dismantle the cigarette lighter socket, and then we'll have a look to see if we can fettle it to fit our new USB. There we go. I've undone the two screws, and now this just pulls away, and there's the inside. That's the bit you see when you're looking from the front, and we've just got that ring there. So that looks like it's an interference fit, so we'll try and persuade that to come out. Now there's the other contact. That just was, as I said, an interference fit. Oh, it's just decided to break itself. Oh well, we're not going to use it anyway, so keep that there. And that is the dismantled socket. So now we'll offer up the USB and see whether we need to remove any plastic to get it to fit. Okay, here we are. I've ground down the back of the plate to allow the USB to fit into it, and unfortunately things haven't quite gone to plan. And there you can see the USB is encroached onto the side where the coax comes through, and in order to fit it into the plate I've had to take that out, and it looks absolutely naff. And we don't do naff at the Capers, so what I've done, I've been back onto 12 volt Planet, and I've ordered myself a blanking plate, and the theory is I'm going to make a hole slap bang in the middle of that so it fits. And whilst I've been on their website, they actually make this plate with a USB charger point actually fitted inside. It's about £27. I was going to use a photograph, but I didn't know where I stood using photographs off their website, so I'll put a link into their website in the description below. So we'll make a hole in this plate and we'll fit the USB slap bang in the middle, and hopefully it should look a lot better. I think you'd agree with me, that looks a lot better than that. All I did was cover the plate with masking tape, and then using a rule I found the centre and then cut through, giving us a hole to fit the USB unit through it. And all we've got to do now is to do the wiring and fit it back in the van. So let's get on with it. Here we go. It's actually wired back in now. As you can see from the blue light that it's all powered up. Now polarity is very, very important, and to make sure that you've got it the right way round, you can use a multimeter. Placing the electrodes onto the terminals will give you the voltage. If it has a minus sign against the voltage, then you've got them the wrong way round, i.e. you've got the negative on the positive on the negative. Now there is another way. If you happen to have some old LEDs, I can't think many of you are going to have them lying about, but if you have got some and you haven't got access to the meter, being a diode, it'll only work one way. So if you cross them over, the positive and the negative, it won't light. It'll only light when you've got the polarity the right way around, so that can identify your positive and negative terminals. So all we need to do now is to screw everything back up, and we'll give it a test run. there we are, job done. I know we've lost the coax, so we can't have the TV at the front, but we don't use it there anyway, so it's not really a loss to us. I've just took the coax away in with the other wiring so it doesn't get trapped in anything, and there we go. I think it looks pretty good. Now just bear in mind, I don't have any electrical qualifications whatsoever, and this is how I've done it. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it, but it's just to give you a little bit of a heads up and see how we've brought our van into the 21st century. Thanks for watching the Capers, and if you like what we do, please like and comment and subscribe. It all helps the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.